The Farrelly brothers, they're known for Dumb and Dumber. There's Something About Mary. There's so many great movies. And now adding to that list is Dear Santa. It's a great holiday movie for the whole family. So, Bobby, I'll let you do the honors. Tell us what Dear Santa is all about.
Well, it's about a young boy who's he writes a letter to Santa Claus. He's not a very good speller, and he accidentally writes "Dear Satan" on it. And guess what? Jack Black gets the letter, and he's like, "Oh my God, I never get letters from kids." And our story progresses.
It's the easiest pitch ever, by the way. It's like snakes on a plane. And as soon as we heard it, we're like, yeah, we'll do that.
It's so inventive, it's so creative, and obviously you're both reuniting with Jack Black after the Shallow Hal success. More than 20 years later, he seems just tailor-made for this role. Peter, what is it about this that knew Jack Black had to be the guy?
Because this is like kind of like it's a funny Satan, sort of the way, Damn Yankees had a funny Satan. And you need somebody who's innately likable and not threatening. And Jack Black is that. He's kind of similar to how he was in School of Rock, where he's like a little edgy to the kids, but he's also appealing to adults, both. It doesn't work without him. And it's probably the first time we ever got the first person we offered a role to. Everybody passes on us, and then we get someone good.
Yeah, Jack was our first pick, and he was the right pick.
Yeah.
Absolutely the right pick. I've seen the movie. He's just so great in this role. And he's obviously starring alongside this young actor, Robert Timothy Smith. How is the casting going for this? Because obviously he's kind of an unknown, but he's going to be a big star in the making when this comes out, when more movies of his come out. Peter, what was that like getting him cast in this role?
This kid, like, he was just one of those kids, like, he was a find. Like, there's sometimes you can't even make a movie if you don't have the right person, and that kid was the right person. He reminds me of a young Albert Brooks, his delivery. He's got like a very sheepish kind of like, self-aware, like, why am I talking to me this way? It's a sophisticated delivery for a little kid and very funny.
Yeah, he's very intelligent too. We did a very wide casting search for this actor, and we looked at a lot of kids, a lot of talented kids, but Robert Timothy stood out. He checked all the boxes for me, but the main one was he's really likable. And so you really care for him. You get on his team right away, and that's a big part of our stories. You got to really like this kid.
You're so right that he's so likable. Also likable in the role are the supporting cast. Keegan-Michael Key, Brian Howie, who we know from Ginny and Georgia. What is that like, Bobby, getting these people in your movie as well? Because it's a good movie if you have these kind of actors assembling for it.
Yeah, Brienne was a big help. She plays the mom in it, and she's a really good actress, and she plays alongside Hayes MacArthur. And the two of them, I totally believed them as being the parents, and it was really important that you did believe them in these roles. And bringing in Keegan, he's fantastic, and when he comes on set, he has great ideas about how to, whatever you've written for him, he has great ideas about how to make it even better, and he never lets you down. And he's, again, that guy. You like him and you want to watch him, and you just couldn't get enough of him.
Well, Keegan's like, he's one of the top,
Yeah,
for the last 10 years.
absolutely. We got to do more with Keegan.
Yeah.
Play more with Keegan. Also, probably one of the funniest moments in the movie. It's not much of a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but I don't want to give too much away about it. Is Post Malone. Like, come on, there's a concert that you guys get to shoot at. He has a role in the movie. What is that, Bobby? What is that like, getting to be with Post Malone and at his concert and then making that a storyline in the movie?
Well, I don't get starstruck easily because we deal with a lot of stars, but not from his world, not the music world. So when we got Post, I was very excited. I was like, oh my God, Post, he's big time. When he came, it was so much fun. And he really, really, like, he gave us a lot. He worked so hard and we had so much fun with him. It was just, he had the perfect song for the role, and it was a joy. It took about 3 days to do his scene, and man, was it fun. It was really the highlight of the whole shoot.
And he was very gracious. He didn't show up with attitude. He came in like, hey, this isn't my world normally. How do I do it right? And he was very cool.
And he's a good actor. He really is. He had to, he plays himself, but that's not easy to play yourself, because you're like, wait a minute, what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do? You don't think about it. You just are yourself. But he had to deliver these, lines playing himself, and boy, he was good.
Certainly right about that. Dear Santa comes out November 25th on Paramount Plus, also on digital, wherever you can find it. Thank you both so much.
And
Thank you.
go to Cake Bake.
Yes, go to Cake Bake. It's an
that's our
Indianapolis
favorite cake
staple.
store in Indianapolis.
And
We
Orlando.
love that place.
Yes, thank you so much. Love it.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
bye.